They nodded and went inside the washroom. He took a clean bed sheets and made the bed. He came out of the bathroom wearing his clothes and a towel were wrapped around his shoulder under his wet hair. He made him sit in the bed, sat in front of him, and opened the first aid box. He applied that antiseptic on his waist, but unexpectedly, they didn't give any reaction. He was quietly look at his hand. By the way, you have cheated. I know. You purposely thought I your name first. Or maybe you have forced my poor child to do so. Who knows? He mumbled, playfully near to their ear. The idea is good to keep your heart self-happy. He smiled. I told you, my baby will love me more, but you were not accepting it. Now, see it. He smiled. He wanted to get a similar response for they. He banged the one wrist and then took his another one in his hand. They looked around. His eyes were fell on that bouquet on the bed. Whose flower are these? They asked. I went on a date. Did you forget? He said while the concentration was on their waist. They studied his feature. He seemed serious. His heart was saying on his word. They pulled back his hand from his hold. He spotted and glared at their direction. His lips were turned into an amazed smile. We went on a father-daughter date and bought flower for you. Simple. He grabbed the hand again. Now please, throw away that flowers. He dramatically pressed his hand together and blew slightly. They laughed. He applied an ointment on their neck. He drew a dose and that the vaccination is necessary for you. He pulled his sleeves up. They looked at him with blind eyes. He understood he was afraid. He took the other hand and placed it on his thing and said, if it hurt, you can squeeze my thighs. I will help to overcome the pain and fear, okay? He said, maintaining the eye contact, and him nodded. After applying that, he picked up another towel and tied the hair. In protesting, he understood that they was physically and emotionally disturbed today, so that the least he could do for him. They lied down on the bed. I'll change my shirt, he said. Don't worry, I'm not going anywhere. They nodded. He went toward the closet, took off his shirt, and searched for another one. They turned his head. His eyes were fell on that bag, and he froze. They have never seen so much skin before. The way his muscles were flexing and relaxing. He suddenly turned around, pulled his shirt on. They quickly turned his head back, closed his eyes and murmured, God, what was I doing? He stood toward the room and opened it. Jiho, Namjoon and Aang in his hand was standing on the door. How is Taehyung? Jiho asked, peeking inside the room. He's fine now. Jungkook opened the door for them. They came inside. Are you okay? Jiho asked hurriedly. They sat down. Namjoon placed his hand on Taehyung's head. Yeah, don't worry. They said. He took Aang for Namjoon. Jiho's half sighed in relief. We got worried when Dan called us. I'm so sorry you have to go through it alone. Forgive us, Namjoon said. It wasn't your fault, Taehyung. They replied. Namjoon bent down and placed a kiss on their head. Ma, Aang said, where my baby? They kissed her nose button, gesturing her hand to some place and looked into his almost eyes. Oh, that's great. They smiled. You guys give him company. I have something to take care of. Jungkook said to them, turning his gaze toward they and came near to him and said, I'll be back soon. Okay. They nodded. I accompany you, Namjoon said to Jungkook. Jiho and Jiho, you both stay here until one of us will come back. They both left the house. We need to go to police station, Jungkook said to Namjoon. You're right, Namjoon agreed, and they entered Dan's room. Without knowing, Dan was talking to someone on the phone. No, ma'am, that's not possible, Dan said. I have provided you the detail, and he is not in the state to discuss. Thank you, he said and dropped the call. Dan threw the phone on the bed. Look at Jungkook and Namjoon. We came here to ask you to accompany us to the police station, but it seems like you have already taken care of it, Namjoon said. Yeah, Dan nodded. I just have come back. I registered and providing them the detail. They are asking for the victim, which I don't think it possible right now. He said, rubbing his forehead, and sat down on the bed. Yeah, keep him out of it. He's already been taught a lot. Jungkook said. The ASP, no Jungkook. She is your junior or something. I request her to take urgent action. They have the CCTV footage and Dan stopped as they heard the knock on the door. Namjoon opened the door. Driver was standing there. Someone has come on the main gate and asked for the family member, he said, and Namjoon locked the door and said, I'll see that, and went away. Jungkook sat down on the chair beside the bed and stared at the wall in front of him. I'm sorry, Jungkook. I couldn't do. You love Taehyung, Jungkook cried. Dan worried. Dan inhaled sharply. Jungkook looked his head toward him and said, Taehyung is the boy you fell in love with when you were in London. Dan fetched a deep breath and nodded his head.